Hello, this is Kevin. And where am I now? Well, you can probably see behind me. All Saints Church of Crondall. I'm just going to go into the church. I keep saying we.
Yeah.
You can't do without
We're
us.
here.
They're here. Cynthia and Steve. They're all kitted up, ready to go. And we're going to have a walk around the outside. And then we're going to go inside and have a look what we've got inside there. One thing we do know is that the Norman Tower was built later on, because the one that was there was taken down and they built a new one, or another one. And that's compared to the stone church. The tower, the Norman Tower, is actually built of brick. So let's go in and have a look, see what we can find. So we're going in through this avenue of lime trees towards the church. And away to our left hand side there's a school church, Crondall School, the primary school. So as we enter into this, we've got these lovely snowdrops growing everywhere. Just look at these. Aren't these lovely? That's just lovely. Signs of spring. That's what I always like to see. Daffodils, crocuses, snowdrops. And in fact, just in front of me, I've said about crocuses, just look here. Both sides of the path. Let me show you these first. Some lovely crocuses, more snowdrops, more crocuses. And again, more crocuses this side. As we walk up towards the church. And as we approach the church, just to my left hand side is the Norman Tower. Look at the size of that, it's huge. And we're approaching the front, or the north side of the church now, where the entrance to the church is. But I think we're going to go around the outside first and have a look at that. Well, as you can see, we've got a stone built church here. And you can see, I think there's been a lot of repair works done to the church over the years, where there's the actual joints of the flints have been particularly covered in. But we've got these huge buttresses. This is just a massive buttress. It's got to be 3.5, 4 feet across, and it goes right up to the side of the main part of the church. I'll come back to the tower as we come all the way around, but this is the entrance porch to the church, and it's constructed of brick and stone. We've got the stone surround of the gated doorway. Let's just have a wander around. All Saints Church is an Anglican parish church and is a Grade 1 listed building. And as we go round, we've got these different plaques on the walls, and on this corner here, the corner is semicircular almost, and that's on this, look at the extension, a little bit of an extension on the side of the main church. Let me just try and back away a little bit to try and bring you the church in as much as I can. And we're at the west end of the church now, and we've got a doorway there, and again 2 huge buttresses on this west end. Now an Anglo-Saxon church from the 9th century was built on this site of the current Norman church, and it was at the time of Alfred the Great owned the manor. So as I come round this way, you can see the buttresses on the back side, or the south side of the church, have got little tiled roofs to them. And as I'm walking around, I've been trying to remember details about different walks we go on, and it is difficult sometimes, but we have got some notes with us which I might have to look at. But from the south side of the church, you can see that the huge Norman tower, it just seems to dominate the whole area. The church was mentioned in the Domesday Book of 1086, but only archaeological evidence of it today is a flint wall under the north transept, and a blocked wall on the outside of the south transept. So I think that is here, just in this corner. This is a blocked up doorway, which you can see there. You've got more plaques on the walls here. The one that says the Reverend Edmund Yalden White, and he was curate of this parish for 31 years, who died on the 7th of April 1862, aged 71. Let me get in a bit closer so you can see that. That's just there. The rainwater collection gullies are built of brick, and they run all the way round the bottom of the church. And down in the bottom corner, you probably can't see that, there's at the bottom of the wall there's an opening which lets the water flow through. Okay, let me just back away. There's a large number of yew trees in this cemetery. As I just back away again. The 12th century Norman parish church of All Saints, which operates as part of the parish of Crondall and Newshot, has been called the Cathedral of North Hampshire. Well, I've come round to the east end of the church now, and it's quite a big sprawling graveyard. Let me just show you what I'm seeing from here. So that's looking away to the sort of northwest corner of the graveyard. If I pan round really slowly, you can see that it's a large graveyard here. Let me just wander up here. There's a memorial or headstone that looks quite impressive up here. Let me just wander around this way. Just there, look at this. It's a huge flat, it looks like a family plot, the size of it. I'm not going to walk in there. It looks like Paul Ringman, possibly. As a matter of respect, I am not going to go walking inside this. So let me just take a wander down here. I think the Norman church, the parish church of Crondall, replaced a Saxon church on the same site, and the Saxon font remains in the church of that period. the east end of the nave dates to 1170, and this is the east end I'm at now. So we're going to go inside the church in a little while, hopefully. Most churches are open now, but we've got this. Let me just show you this one here as I try and find my way around the graves, which are quite difficult. Headstones laying down. We've got this rather large, again, family plot, the Brandon family, and Kate Etheria Brandon, wife of Arthur John Brandon of Redfields Church, Crookham. And you've got some other plaques down in loving memory of Enid Marjorie Anderson, nee Brandon. Actually, looking here in front of me, there's another Anderson grave, Percy Anderson, 28th of March 1851 to the 30th of October 1928. Now that has to be a replacement stone, headstone, or one that's only just been put up. And it says he was a theatre costume designer and portrait artist. So if anybody wants to look up Percy Anderson, then you might be able to find out a bit more information about him. And I do know certain people do like to research my videos. One particularly is my friend Jeff Kellison out in America, and he often is delving deeper into the history of these places, which is lovely. So I'm just going to walk past here now. Look, all these trees here that have been pollarded, they're all yew trees, and there's 5 just here. There's 1 there, 6. There's 1 over there, 7, and there's others that have not been pollarded at all. And I think there's up to about 20 different yew trees in this cemetery. I'm right at the base of this tower now, and I mean, it is huge, absolutely huge. Just look at this. That is incredible. We got I can't remember if it's the full tower. It's got clock faces on. I certainly know that there's 2. Let me have a look on this side. No, there's definitely 2. So this is where this joins together here. Look, the old stone to the brick, and you've got these 2 walkways from the old church into the tower, and a rather impressive door here with this brick surround. Okay, let's see if we can get into the church. Actually, just before we go into the church, I just wanted to, I've got a little bit of information here which I will read to you. And it says the original bell tower was poorly designed for the weight of the bells it housed, and by 1657 the whole bell tower had to be dismantled to prevent the total collapse. So this is why we've got this huge brick tower, the Norman Tower. Right, I'm going to head into the church now. Steve's already gone ahead of me. Cynthia's somewhere else in the cemetery. And just look at the size of these doors. They have got to be 7 feet, 7.5 feet tall, with a stone surround, which are carved at the top. To my right hand side, we've got the different rectors and vicars of the parish. So I'm just going to go in through these doors now, and yes, the lighting's not great in here, but we'll have to see what we can find here. But this is the font that I mentioned earlier on. Very plain stone font, but no actual visible wooden top to it. and the bell chimes have just gone off, but we've got these huge arches in the central nave. We've got 4 either side. We've got the south aisle there and the north aisle just over here, and these huge arches all made of stone. And then you've got the windows above, each arch with a leaded light window in. And I'm walking now towards the east end of the church, and I have to say the arches here are probably the biggest I've ever seen, but quite decorative. Then you walk down this way. I'm just looking around me now, and there's no visible pulpit. You've got where the vicar stands here, I would have thought. And I think these are vicar pews or vicar seats just here. Got one there, and we've got one in front of me there, and they're identical the other side. And we've got these plaques to the Brandon family there. And just here we've got this stained glass window, very inset into the wall, with the stone mullions going round. Again, quite high arches to them. And if you walk up towards the altar, so this is a main altar, and it's got 4 steps to get to the altar area. And just to my left hand side, it says the Pullet Tomb of 1558. And I believe the centrepiece there was found while work was being done. Now, part of this, I believe, is part of the old original church that was here. And again, you've got this another tomb, and this is the Gifford Tomb of 1563. And you've got these metal pieces just in here. There, you've got 2 missing, unfortunately. But as I look up into the ceiling, you've got these cross pieces into the framework of the arched ceilings, but all stonework all the way round. The floor is of tile, very decorative floor there, with the different patterns of the tiles set out. Just here to my in front of me now, I've got this wooden cross, and it says Lieutenant James Windsor Lewis, 1st Battalion of Welsh Guards, late 19th Hussars. Killed in action, 6 of the 6, 16. I've come into the south aisle now. It's very dark in this corner. Got a little altar here with a stained glass window above, and there's a little piscina there, or aumbry, just there, and the light is streaming through this stained glass window just in front of me. And again, got these brass plaques which seem to be in quite a few different areas, and these are all in memory of different people. Charles James Maxwell Lafoy of Itchell Manor, that one there. Patrick Egerton, Lieutenant of the Royal Navy, 6th son of Charles James Maxwell Lefroy of Itchell Manor. So these the two plaques are relatives. And another one there, Charles Edward Lefroy of Itchell Manor, born 1810, died in 1861. And we've got rather large timbers up in the roofs, but I can't really show you those because it's so dark up into the roof space. Just here to the side of this little altar, there's a brass plaque there which I can't read at all because of the light. It says Imp Tablet 1641. So there's lots of different plaques and different things adorning the walls of the church. And all the way around there's another one just to my left hand side, and a very, very different stained glass window. Looks quite modern really compared to the others. And the plaque, the pews are like box pews. You can't walk all the way through. This is the pew just in front of me here, and of course then you're blocked off, and that's the same all the way through. Cynthia's hiding. There she is. Anyway, we've now finished at Crondall Church, just as the helicopter comes over, in that typical. Anyway, this will be Kevin, Cynthia and Steve saying bye-bye, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye-bye.
Well, folks, we hope you enjoyed that walk. If you did, please give the channel a thumbs up and a like, and do leave a comment. And do consider subscribing to Kevin's channel. Hopefully that way you'll be able to enjoy one of his walks sometime in the future. Thanks for watching, and cheerio.